he said, I wouldn't want this to be on anybody else having to, coach a team middle of the season. Bucks are second in the East. They fire Adrian Griffin. I'm not like the biggest Doc fan in terms of like his overall out.
He's all right.
He's okay. He still has that, like I was mentioning that earlier, that lore of the 2008 championship that they beat the Lakers. We're still talking about that. But he is a good coach. I will give him that. But I think the results, you have the Clippers, you don't win it. You have the Sixers, you don't win it. Time and time again, you have these talented teams and you're not able to win with them. And I think, that's another concern coming with Milwaukee. That's why I would still have Boston over Milwaukee. Like, to you, what do you think about this move and what Milwaukee can do better going forward?
It's just weird. I don't get how they go from being such a good defensive team to where they just have trouble stopping these very pedestrian teams. Like you mentioned that Portland beat them last night. They have no business letting Portland beat them. That's just such a ridiculous loss, especially when you've got arguably the best player, the second best player in the league right now. I guess I don't guess. We got to give it to Jokic because Jokic has won the most recently, and because he's putting up those numbers. So I'll give it to Jokic because it's been a while since Giannis has been there. But still, second best. Like I'm sorry, as good as Embiid's played, I'm not putting Embiid above Giannis. And I don't care like what everybody else is at. Like I'm still giving the nod to Giannis because of both ways. So I mean, it's just when you have the second best player and at times the first best player in the NBA, the capability to be the first best player, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The talent.
I agree.
He's been there before. The reason we're giving the nod to Jokic is because Jokic has been there the most recently, and he's producing at the same level as what Giannis was.
Yeah.
And so since we're giving him his props, we're out of respect since he's won the chip the most recently. But the Dame thing, man, it just bothers me because I love Dame as a player so much. But why is everywhere that Dame plays just seems to stink defensively? It's like
it travels with him.
It stinks too because, like I said, I love Dame as a player. I want him to succeed. He's the ultimate likable player in the NBA. I feel like maybe you disagree, but I think you'd probably be willing to agree with me on that.
Players. He's one of the most likable
it's just
players.
Like everyone and their brother probably wants, unless you're a fan of like somebody that would get in his way that he'd have to knock off. Like I think everybody would be content and okay with seeing Dame win a ring with Milwaukee. And Giannis is kind of, I don't know. Giannis, I guess, can be a little bit polarizing for some people. I never understand that just because of his background. And I talked to one guy one time, and I won't mention his name.